Hey, this is Chris. Welcome back to the channel. Today I have 6 or 7 books I just pulled out of the collection. I want to go through and kind of just give you an idea of what I have and what these books are and where I got them and just a little general information on my collection. So let's get started. The first book, you'll recognize this. X-Men, issue 42, cover art by John Buscema. The X-Men present the death of Professor X. Not a hoax, not a dream, not an imaginary tale. This is for real. Well, unfortunately, it's really not for real. It's a changeling who dies in this issue. But I've graded this a fine minus 5.5. That's probably a little better, but I try not to overgrade. But yeah, this is one of the first time, I believe this is the first time the professor died in the comics. Of course, he came back, and he's died several times. He came back, just like in the movies. Um, these 60s X-Men are my favorite. Look at that. Black cover with the yellow circle in the middle with Professor X falling. Look at that. Man, that's a good book. I do collect X-Men. In the past, I've had almost a full run. And then in my stupidity, I would sell my collection and start over. So, but I got this right now. So that's that. The next book. This book made me mad initially when I bought it. Fantastic Four number 180. This was 1977. So this is a series of stories that involves the alternate Earth, or I can't remember what you call it, but involves the negative zone and Impossible Man and all this stuff. So the last issue of 179, I was really hooked on this story, and I was excited to see what was coming up next. Well, I buy this book off the rack, and look at that cover. You got the Thing, Thundra, Impossible Man, Tigra. Looks like it's going to be an action-packed issue. I open it up, and it's a reprint. So somebody that month at Marvel must have been behind on their schedule, and you just get a stinking reprint with a new cover that doesn't even match the story inside. I was pretty bummed. Still kind of bummed, actually, but I still have the book. It's in great shape. It's at least a very fine plus. Great Kirby scented art. Ah, look at that. The 70s Marvels are great. I love those. Here's a competitor from Marvel that really looks like a Marvel. Atlas Comics. Tales of Evil #1. Artwork by Larry Lieber, who is Stan Lee's brother. He was lured over to Atlas Comics in 1975. Look at that art, that face of that monster. That's scary. Look at that. Look at that art. I always love monster covers, especially when it's dark and there's a full moon or maybe a spooky house. Look at that. Tales of Evil. I think Atlas was only in business for like 1 or 2 years, and then they went under, unfortunately. But yeah, you can't beat that. Look at that. Superb. Next up, this is one you don't really see too often. Mid-70s DC Superstars, Giant, issue number 10. Strange Sports Stories. This is a weird series. As you can see, Batman, Superman, and then the other heroes playing like it's baseball, and Superman hits Lex and Batman hits the Joker, and he goes strike one, strike two. So these strange sports, they pretty interesting. The mid DC in the mid-70s, they had some weird books, and this is one of them. But it's good. I've graded this very fine, near mint, maybe a little better. But yeah, look at that. It looks great. Looks great. Spine looks great. Now Sabrina, the Teenage Witch. I got the number covered with my sticker, but it's graded very fine. This is a pretty cool book, as it has a Darth Vader appearance. Look at that. This is probably 1977, so it's pretty current. You have the cover art by Stan Goldberg, and yeah, anytime you have a space cover like the Star was showing, and appearance of Darth Vader, that makes it good too. These are pretty cool. These are the kind of books I like. This is a funnier cover, but I do like the background of stars and the spookiness. But yeah, Sabrina, you can't go wrong with Sabrina. All right, last issue. You'll know these people. Amazing Spider-Man number 123, featuring Luke Cage, hero for hire. He's kicking Spider-Man's butt there. He goes, hang it up, web spinner. Yeah, look at that. Art by Gil Kane, inks by John Romita. This is the issue after the Green Goblin passed away. Yeah, this is an early appearance of Luke Cage. I really dug his series, his solo series. I used to buy those off the rack. But yeah, look at that. Can't beat 70s Spider-Man. They're just great, especially when you had a Romita or a Gil Kane cover. To be honest, I don't really care for Gil Kane art unless it is inked by John Romita. That's the only way I can handle Gil Kane's art. But yeah, look at that. Man, sorry for the glare, but look at that. That's superb. All right, that's all I have for today. I appreciate you guys watching my videos. I know I'm not very polished compared to some of these folks that are online on YouTube, but I have a passion for my books. As you can see, I have my messy collection here. Please come on back like the Beverly Hillbillies. Y'all come back now. You're here. If you could like my videos and subscribe, it would help me. I know everybody hears that a lot, but it really does help. And I'll probably do another video here soon. I appreciate you guys, and please come back and visit me. See ya. Bye.